I've done a decent amount of both.
Yeah.
I've realized that I've done more. I've always, even if I've done acting, I'll always do stand-up. And you know, when I'm doing stand-up a lot, I don't just show up to doing someone's video. Like I don't really so, and also there's nothing really better, and I don't know how you, but like no matter how great the joke is in the script that you know is going to land at home, you never get to hear what those people, if they laughed or not, or if they were like washing the dishes or yelling at their kids when that line came up. But you know it in the room.
And also, you know, and I've done so much less on-camera stuff than you have, but sometimes something will kill on set, and it doesn't even make the cut, or it wasn't even that funny in the show.
Especially on the League, was like we just, because we ad-libbed, that was the whole thing, sort of. So there were many things that never made it on, and that's what made it interesting for me to watch the shows, because scenes I wasn't there, or even scenes I was in, I was like, I wonder which angle they're going to go at, you know?
So how the fuck did that happen? How did that work? You just get like...
You get an outline.
Yeah.
Like it's
start here and end here.
Yeah, here's A, here's B.
Yeah.
Here's who's in the scene, you know? But like, and sometimes it would be like, here's a couple of like possible lines of like, you know, back and forth, but for the most part, it was like 12-page outlines we worked off of.
So there must have been some terrible scenes.
Many.
Yeah.
The editors, that's, you know, like they have to filter through all the shit.
Don't these motherfuckers get every dime that they deserve?
They really do.
They get paid a lot.
Have you ever sat and like edited something?
Yeah, I mean, not a show like The League, but I mean, it's nuts, smaller things, and they're just doing this and it's done.
I mean, I get frustrated when you go to like ADR, like when you go into like to do a voiceover, like maybe you messed up.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh God, what is this? Like I've watched this scene 3 times.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the people that have got to this point, they've watched it a million times, and then you always run into the editors at the parties, at the rap parties and stuff. Yeah. And they're always like quiet, and they'll come over to you like, I'm the editor, and you're like, oh. They don't want to look at anyone. They're just sick of everyone's dumb, stupid face.
What's going on, Aaron? You can't. Speaking of dumb, stupid face, you can't get my face correctly on this?
How big's your head?
I'm tall. I guess I have a big head. This is being videotaped as well.
Good.
So keep that in mind.
All right.
Do you edit? Do you do anything?
No, the only thing I've ever edited.
Thanks, Brenton. See you, buddy. Brenton just took
Brenton.
some pics, you guys. He's wearing his Buffalo Bills. Look at that. You don't see a lot of that.
Keep that faith, buddy.
He's wearing a Buffalo Bills backpack, by the way. So, all right, Brenton.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yeah, whatever. Just behind the scenes stuff, guys. We're not. By the way, not going to edit that.
No, that's in.
This is in.
It's organic.
This is organic. Exactly.
It's a living, breathing thing.
Do you know how to do anything? I assume you write. I assume you act. I know you act. I know you do stand up. Do you know how to do anything like technical?
No, I could direct
you
something,
can direct.
but I couldn't be like, let's get a 680 lens in that thing, and you know.
You don't know it. You don't know.
I would say like, let's punch in on that. Whatever you got to know. Like,
Yeah.
When I say like, let's zoom in and punch in on that and hit. You know, like let's get that look or.
Yeah.
You know, I hope I would need a great DP, but I don't know how to. Like I've edited, been in the editing process of my specials.
Sure. But that's you saying,
Troy,
like, move that to that.
Yeah, I hate that part, or let's use this camera angle on that.
Yeah.
You know, but nothing like actually assembling it from scratch.
Who does your social media? Is that you?
Me.
Are you good at it?
No.
No.
I do it.
Tell me about it.
So infrequently. It's a necessary evil for us, I think.
Yeah.
But I would not be a part of it if I was.
If you could check.
If I was Steve Rannazzisi,
Yeah.
New York City police officer,
yes,
I would not be on any of it.
And you, more so than me, probably had a successful career before it even existed, right?
Yeah. Well,
Twitter.
Yes, I was the League. Yeah, I mean, it just started.
It just seems like now
Facebook was there.
Yeah.
And everyone had a Facebook page. But when I started on the League, it was like everyone had their own personal Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, these are like my friends, and then I was like, hey guys, I'm on this show, and then I just stupidly just started accepting everyone, and then like they were like, remember they put that cap, they're like, you can only have 5,000 friends.
Exactly.
And then everyone started opening up their own pages.
And what do you do now?
I don't. I mean, I do. I have like a decent amount on Twitter.
Yeah.
Not that many on Instagram, and nothing really on Facebook. So it's like it's all.
Did Effects want you guys to hire people? Would they offer their services to take over your social media? Because isn't that what they want now?
No, I mean that's what they want now, and that's like I think that they really rely heavily. decision-making process of who they want to hire
Isn't that crazy?
based on that now. So that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
It really is, because I didn't realize that was, going to be part of it.
Isn't that frustrating?
I really didn't. I mean,
yeah.
Do you remember development deals?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I heard
That
about
was
it.
like I didn't get one either, but like that was like what all we wanted to do. Now it's a lot of other things.
I always laugh when I talk to people not involved in entertainment. When I go back to Michigan, where I'm from, or whatever, people are like, "No, they're a world-class chef. They're on this show." Or no, they're a world-class athletic trainer. They're on this reality show. And I go, that doesn't mean they're world-class. That just means they said yes to being on the reality show.
Yeah.
In fact, probably the true world-class chef isn't doing the reality show.
No.
They're saying, get the fuck away from me. I don't need that. So, but it's like the Trump thing. It's like being famous is a qualification that you're smart or something. And it isn't. It's like, oh no, all people, you should do Last Comic Standing. Those are like the best comics in the world. I'm like, says who? Some of them are good.
Yeah.
But a lot of them just said yes to the thing.
It's the same thing with, like you said, the celebrity. There are some really funny people who worked as equally hard at becoming famous and branding themselves.
Yep.
I am not one of those people. But it's part of it now. It's what you have to do.
It's what you have to do. So what's your plan going forward? Are you still going to be in charge of all of it? Are you going to hire fucking Rannazzisi's publicist firm or what?
I have someone that just does my website. I mean, I have PR people that help me out a lot, but they mostly do like interviews and setting up TV.
Set up shit. Yeah.
So I mean, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And because if I'm not going to I don't want someone bothering me every 10 minutes. Like, do you want to write something?
Is it okay if we tweet this now?
No.
What are you telling your kids about social media? Are they old enough to have this conversation at this point?
They have no idea. They really don't. I mean, they just know that mom wants to take pictures all the fucking time.
And does mom post them of your kids?
She would be into she's in social media. Like she loves it. She loves taking pictures.
Yeah.
She loves the family. She likes showing everyone how what we're doing and what we're up to, especially because we live so far away from our family.
Can anybody see your kids' pics? Can I go on your wife's social media and see your kids' pics, or would she have to friend me?
No, they can.
That scares me.
Yeah.
Should it? Am I just being weird? My brother posts all these pictures of his 2-year-old, and I'm like, does anyone check with her if she wants this? But it doesn't fucking matter.
They do have things at schools now where it's like if they have. Like, say they're having like a, the pumpkin picking thing. Yeah. You go there, and some kids will have little like pendants around there, like please no pictures.
Shut up.
Yeah. So like their parents have made it aware, like so that you can't just get everyone together. Yeah. They don't want their kids' pictures, which makes sense to me. I get it.
I like that, but I don't want my kid to wear a sign that says no pictures. Like he's the fucking queen or something.
I know, but my kids don't know about. They don't know like that we're sharing this.
Yeah.
They talk to grandma over the FaceTime. Yeah. Mommy takes a lot of pictures.
Well, and that's the other cool thing, That's the other side of it. They get to see grandma on FaceTime.
Yeah.
I got to see grandma twice a year when she drove in from Buffalo, and really? It was like, but now you can see that's cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm probably being just over worried, but what does it really matter if I can see Steve's kids? What does it matter? It matters if I'm like, a pedophile or something, but
yeah, you know what it is? It's also just if you Google right now, like my name, and then put my kids in there, like somewhere along the line, an image, because even if you don't put a picture
someone
up,
does.
If someone takes a picture and puts it up on Facebook and just has their names on it, it's in there.
I'm always baffled whenever I Google a comedian, the second suggestion is wife or husband. So if I Google like Steve Rannazzisi, the second suggestion on Google is Steve Rannazzisi wife.
Probably, maybe not me, but
okay, fine. But it's always creepy.
No, it is, yeah.
And if I put in like Jackie Cation, the next thing is Jackie Cation husband. Like
and then Jackie Cation feet, which is even worse.
That's
the third thing under everyone's thing. And who's
feet is fucking weird, dude.
Feet?
Feet are so weird that people are into that. Speaking of feet, when is your birthday?
July 4th.
July 4th. Well, that's a barefoot birthday.
It is. Flip-flops.
Total flip-flops.
It was great growing up with that birthday.
Well, I was just going to ask. I mean, that could easily be overlooked. Mm-hmm. It also is you share a birthday of this great nation.
Yeah. And I felt that at such a young age.
That's so patriotic.
Felt so connected with Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I look, everyone had off, so which was cool.
That's great.
That was something like I saw my brothers and sisters' birthdays land on a Wednesday when Dad had a double that day, and it's like, hey, guess what? Go fuck yourself. Dad's got to work. And
how many siblings do you have?
Brother and a sister.
And what did your father do?
Oh, he owned a limousine service.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So a double is.
So like he could be doing like I have 3 airports in the morning, and then
yeah.
like someone's going to the city at night, and I'm taking them.
And what city is the city?
New York City.
New York City.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
lived on Long Island, which was like you know it's the suburbs of New York City.
So like holidays, you know, Christmas, your dad is just picking up like fucking all day long. People flying in.
Christmas he took off.
Okay.
New Year's he worked. So yeah, Christmas was off.
Yeah.
Sometimes Easter.
Okay.
But then really like 4th of July was not a big travel day for really anyone.
Yeah.
So he never really he was off.
That's great.
I know. And so
and your siblings are like
yeah, exactly. Like they felt a little jip. But I remember being like growing up, everyone was off. We always had a party.
That's great.
So I'm just thinking that was like, oh, everyone just is real psyched that I'm still here. And like every year we would either have a party, go to a party, you know, barbecues on the 4th of July.
Yeah. When were your siblings' birthdays?
My brother's is today.
Oh,
yeah.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, I know. My brother Greg's is today. And
he's the priest.
He's the priest.
Where is he a priest?
In like the city, I can't remember the name of the city. Manhasset on Long Island. But,
Okay.
Yeah, one of the cities, the towns on Long Island. And then my sister's October 29th.
Okay.
And she's a special ed teacher.
Oh, man.
A 5th grade special ed teacher.
And you're just the fucking clown?
The big, dumb
yes,
clown.
You got a priest and a special ed teacher, and then there's Steve fucking over there playing with his dinghy in the corner. Oh, man, what a wonderful sibling.
I've gone into my sister has this thing where you read a book to the kids.
Yeah.
It's the hardest. I dare anyone to attempt to go read a book to 5th grade special ed kids and get through it and have your sanity.
Can you tell me why that's so difficult?
They interrupt, they ask questions, and you don't want to like shut them down.
Yeah, shut up, kid.
But you realize that if you don't shut them down, they're going to keep coming, and then they arguments. Like we realized that my dad might be a little bit slow because he would start to argue back with them, and like I'm sitting in the back of the room going, Dad, he belongs on the other side of the tape. Like we should be reading. He should sit down Indian style with the rest of these dudes.
Yeah.
So,
and man, your sister, that's
patience,
because this is every day.
It's
every day for her.
Yeah, and now they've like this year. She's like, oh, they push. They'll throw me to the ground. Stuff.
Great.
Yeah,
and they're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and guess what? She had to work on her birthday this year.
Exactly. Yeah,
chance she had to get thrown to the ground. It's a regular Tuesday.
My sister was a managing nurse at a psychiatric ward, and she walked into a psych ward one day, and a guy threw his cum on her.
Oh,
and it's just like, oh yeah, you had a bad day at work today, Michael, because the booker charged you for your fucking shrimp fettuccine, and it's like, no, this is real people work. This is real people work.
I love real people work.
Oh man, I love not having. I mean, I love that they do it, but I'm not good at that stuff. And And did you consider real people work at some point in your life, or
I thought about becoming a chiropractor.
Yeah. Tell me about that. During like after you've picked show business or prior to show business?
No, this was in college. I was.
Where'd you go?
SUNY Oneonta, which was like 3 hours upstate New York.
My father's from Binghamton.
Oh, it's like an hour from Binghamton.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was playing basketball. I think it was my junior year.
Okay.
And I broke my back. Like I crushed the L4, L5 disc.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know it, but I went to like chiropractors and they tried to adjust me and this and that. And they were like, oh, you're going to get better. And then finally I went home and I was like, Mom, I can't walk. And she brought me to the doctor. And he was like, yeah, the whole disc is gone. You need surgery.
Your back is fucked. Yeah,
you need surgery. So they gave me surgery, and I remember coming out and be like, I'm going to become a chiropractor because I want to change this. I want to change the system.
I see.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pull what these guys pulled. Just collect your money and say you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I took organic chemistry.
Okay.
That fall of my senior year. I was
Tough.
like, full switch from acting.
Wow.
This is my backup plan.
Yeah.
And I got an 11 on the first test.
An 11 is not high enough. Organic chemistry is fucking tough.
The teacher goes, what did you get in chemistry? Chem 1. And I go, I didn't take it. He goes, what? I can't even believe you got 11.
I can't believe you even got into this class.
Yeah.
I had a similar thing happen. I wanted to be a philosophy major. I don't know why. And for some reason I had to take probability and ethics, which is the same which, anyways, it's like this is the if P then Q then R. If R, then Q. If not R, and it becomes math.
Yeah, you got to keep
And
up.
I'm like, fuck this. I thought we were doing philosophy, and all the kids are like, it's easy. It's R equals, and it was kind of like your organic chemistry type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, no, this is
Not
that's
for my brain.
Yeah, yeah. So then you went back to your backup plan, which was acting.
Yeah.
You've got to be a much better actor and comedian than you would have been chiropractor, no?
I give good massages.
You do give a nice massage.
I give a nice massage.
I don't know that.
I don't know what else beyond that a
Yeah.
chiropractor really need. Like the cracking and adjusting, it looks like they just wing it sometimes.
You got to have a weird haircut. You got to be very...
You have to have one divorce.
One divorce. You have
Sure.
to never be clear if insurance is accepting you or not.
Yep.
They can be very helpful, but they also can just be like, it's always like the sign that's on just handwritten, like this is Dr. Williams' office or whatever.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like a shady system.
It's shady.
That's why I wanted to change it.
Yeah, well, and you almost did. But tell me about a worse birthday on July 4th.
So
Mostly they're great, is what you're saying.
everyone's off. Everyone's having a great time. And then I realize as I get older that I have an Irish Catholic mother who is, she thought basically she was a Kennedy, or she's a spawn of a Kennedy. She should have been a Kennedy. So
She should have been.
it's one of those things where everything looks perfect on the outside.
Sure.
No matter what the fuck is going on the inside.
Dude, that's Catholic.
Yes.
I think that's just fucking Catholic. That's Jan Costa.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you couldn't see, we had this big window in our house. And if you looked in the window from the street, as long as that window didn't have any mess in it, it was fine.
Fine.
But as soon as my shoes went in the window, it was fucking meltdown.
Yeah, like if you pulled out of the driveway and your mom's like, "What the
What
Michael?
is the-
What the
yeah,
fuck is
exactly.
it?
Yeah.
Get up there and clean the goddamn shoes."
It was
off."
just the window needed to be look good.
Yep.
So she thought she was a Kennedy.
So she, and every year, if you, like you said, either you're going to a party, but most times when you are now, like it's my birthday, I want to have a birthday party. She's now having them more at our house, which builds more pressure.
Correct.
Of preparing things. So I think it was 8 or 9 years old. I'm having friends over the house.
Yep.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
But it's going to be family too.
Yep.
And, in the mornings, it's probably going to happen around noon, 1 o'clock. But the morning, I'm up early.
Yeah.
And you're eating a little bit of, they give you a little cupcake for breakfast. It's your birthday, so the sugar's pumping through you.
You have some cupcake for breakfast.
Yeah. And my sister and my brother were all hanging out
Yeah.
and breaking each other. And, no one's helping. And my mom's like, you got to help. And I'm like, I remember being like, I don't want to help.
It's my fucking birthday.
It's my fucking birthday. Can I
Are
get the
you
day
near
off
the
later?
water? I know Long Island is an island, but are you near the water?
I'm about 15 minutes from the Long Island Sound, which is the beach is filled with gigantic rocks, which you don't lay on.
So was the ocean a thing in your childhood? Like if you look back, for me, I was in Michigan. There's no ocean. But
No, we go to the beach.
Yeah.
My mom hated the beach, so then we built a pool in the backyard.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm not a beach person either.
Yeah.
My wife is a total.
Yep.
She grew up on the water. That's all she knows.
Okay.
And I'm like, my favorite part of the going to the beach is jumping in the pool when we get home.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
I feel like
Because
you can
I'm
wash
done.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you're not helping, and you shouldn't help. It's your fucking birthday.
it's my fucking birthday.
Yeah.
So, more ball breaking. You got to come over. Then the warnings start. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't care if it's your birthday.
Yeah.
If you don't stop fucking around and start helping me out,
Yeah.
you're going to go to your room.
Where's your dad?
Dad's around,
But he's just not.
but he's mowing the lawn and
Yeah,
doing all the
yeah.
shit. It's like, like, and I realize now I do the shit like when I see my wife going crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I do the errand stuff. You
Yeah.
need ice,
Yeah.
mow the lawn, isolated individual things.
Get out and
you
get
can't
out.
mow the lawn with somebody else.
No, that's great. That's great, actually. Honey, let me take a load off. I'm going to go mow the lawn.
I'm gonna go mow the lawn.
And then you
Let's-
get to be by yourself.
because you want it to be nice when everyone
Yeah.
comes over.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'll set the chairs up and I'll get the tables isolated by themselves. My
Smart.
mom's the one like cooking with us on top of them, trying to clean up stuff. So
It's a good trick you learned from your dad.
yeah,
All dads should teach that to their sons. Yeah.
one of the things. One of the things I pulled off of the man. So yeah, I remember like pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the fuse is ever long enough. It should be infinite. It should be infinitely long on someone's birthday, but
Yeah.
it just blew. And
Yeah.
my mom was like, "Fuck you, go to your room."
Swearing?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, she would. It was okay for her to swear.
Yeah. Would she swear casually, or that was the fuse is gone?
Yeah, that's when the fuse is gone.
Was your home a swearing home?
Yes,
Yeah.
because the fuse was gone
when the
a
fuse
lot.
was because
It was like a 60-40 fuse
Yeah.
blowing situation.
Oh
so
wow, yeah. I wonder if this is
high intensity.
I wonder if this is a Catholic thing, or if it's just a mom thing.
I wouldn't
because
know
This is similar to my mom.
It could be. It might not be Catholic because I've heard similar stories, but not exactly like the down your fucking throat. But Judaism, I've heard, is a little bit like on you. The moms are on you, but like nagging, like
Naggy. That's the naggy Jew mom.
Where my
is-
mom
yeah.
was like, "Get the fuck in the closet,"
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
more intense
Yeah.
and specific. Raging bull.
Fuse blows on
Go
you.
to your room
I'll
and you
to
go,
your-
okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go to my room.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself, I'm going to go to my room.
Yeah.
But this lady's going to cave
Yeah.
at some point. At some point, I'm not going to the room for the rest of the fucking day.
Yeah,
Like
it's
she
my
just said, I have to
birthday.
go to. Yeah.
It's July 4th.
People are coming over.
Yeah.
And my room is
man.
second floor
Yes.
in the corner
Yeah.
with the two windows that are overlooking the party.
Oh wow.
Right?
So
So
the
now-
party's outdoors.
Party's outdoors.
Sure.
July 4th.
July 4th. Happy
Yep.
birthday, America.
Everything's set up. Now people start showing up. It's 1 o'clock. I'm still in my room.
No one's coming to get you.
No one's coming to get me. I could see them talking. You can hear like, and then he's upstairs,
Yeah.
and then more. And now my friends start coming.
Oh
1:30.
man.
And I'm going, motherfucker, she's not. And then I remember my aunt, my mom's sister, came up, knocked on the door, came inside. She goes, "Don't tell your mom I'm in here, but I want to say happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I know you're a little bit of a trouble." She's my godmother. "I know you're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. We'll just,
Yeah.
it'll
And
be fine."
I like how you can hear him outside going like, Steve's up in his room. Like,
I mean, the window. I'm looking down at them.
yeah. Oh, that's
And-
great.
And my aunt leaves, and more people are coming. More people are coming. More people are coming. Now it's 3 o'clock. Barbecue's starting. My dad's cooking. People are having a party. The party is happening.
Just your aunt has visited you at this point.
Just my aunt has
Probably
come up to visit me.
against the wishes of your mother.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is, she's probably told everyone, I'm laying down the law.
Yeah.
Don't go up and see him. My
Yep.
aunt is a different story.
Yep.
My mom can't get mad at her. But
Yep.
now the party's happening, and I'm realizing, I'm like, this is the first time July 4th ever backfired on me because people still feel fine having a party because there's something else to celebrate.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
We came for Steve's birthday. Steve
But who
fucked
gives a
up.
shit?
Who
It's still
cares?
4th of July. We're
It's
off.
the bicentennial or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So people
Oh,
are still
this is
having a great,
great.
because I'm thinking they're all going to start to just sulk and go,
yeah.
the reason we're here is not here,
That's a very stand-up comic way to look at it. Like,
mean
I'm not here.
narcissistic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
So this party will not exist.
Yeah.
That's funny. So you got a view of this party. Are your brothers and
Sister?
your brother and sister? Are they? They're
They're
having fun.
loving it. Are
You're
you
out,
kidding me?
And you're out.
They're now
Yeah.
having fun down there. They're really like, they're the only kids.
Yeah.
It's like their birthday party.
Yep. This is a good punishment.
I mean, this is terrible.
Yeah, this is a good punishment.
4 o'clock. I'm still in the room. Now you can tell it's coming to cake time.
This is a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm crying. I'm like, I'm
yeah.
losing. Like I could
Yeah.
see, like, oh, she's.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't knock. My mom just opens the door.
It's her door.
She goes, "We're going to do cake in about 10 minutes. Would you like to come downstairs and do cake and blow out your candles?"
She hasn't even. You haven't seen
Nothing
anything?
like, "How are you doing?
Yeah, are you
Look,
hungry?"
let's talk about this.
Yeah.
We're going to do cake in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I love it.
And she, just stone cold.
Yeah.
My mom lost her dad at 14.
Okay.
And grew up real quick.
Yep.
So I can see she'll cut you the
Yep.
fuck off.
Yep.
So she did, and she was like, "Come down."
And no matter what, like, she's tougher than you.
Yeah.
Because here you are, we're throwing a party, you got your own fucking room, your dad's alive.
Yeah.
Mom is like, "Look, you're going to be fine." But
Yeah.
I like your mom.
But then I was like, "No, I don't want to come down."
Oh,
This is
Jesus,
what-
Steve, you should have just said.
But I'm 8 years old. I'm crying a little bit. I don't want to go down because I don't want to have to now explain to everyone
why your face is
So
all
then
red
she goes,
and puffy.
"Well, that's not a question anymore. You're going to come down because you still have to now because in her mind." I'm going to
great.
come down.
Yeah.
We're going to blow out the candles. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But if I don't come down and blow out the candles, then something like everyone's going to be like, well, come on, we got to do the. It gets weird then.
I like that you're still trying to win this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cannot look weird to her.
Yes.
And then eventually she's like, "You come downstairs,
Right.
and you blow out those fucking candles, and you put a smile on your face because your father and I worked. We work all year long.
Yeah.
You think parties just happen? You think everything just people take off? Do you want to be disrespectful?" And I'm like, You're the one who kept me out of the fucking
Yeah.
party the whole time.
Yeah.
So I went downstairs,
Yeah.
blew out the candles.
A little sulky, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, everyone, hey, Steve, how are you?
Yeah.
You know, like direct. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. You got to like you can't be like happy because they're very happy.
No,
So it's
no.
like you got to go kind of opposite.
Do you remember your dad in this situation at all? Was he just kind of being dad around, having fun?
Yeah, my dad was sort of. I think my dad was a disciplinarian. Like he would be if my mom was just like if it was too much for her, he would take over. And we were talking about the Catholicism before. He's into it, but I feel like it's like a surfboard,
Yep.
and she's on it, and he's like on the back of the surfboard along for the ride.
Yep.
And he kind of looks off. He's like, it's too deep to jump now, so I'm just gonna
Right.
like stay
So-
on this ride
yeah,
with
yeah.
this lady.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And she was the day-to-day operations, your mom.
yeah.
Like she's running the team, and maybe your dad's stepping in if something gets too haywire or something. Is
Well,
that
you know
about-
what it is? It's I feel like because I see it now with my wife that
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like if either a situation where my kids are together and we're all there,
Yep.
and I'm having
many
a
kids do you have?
conversation, 2 boys,
Okay.
where I'll be like no, and they'll be like all right, no dessert tonight.
Yep.
She's easier.
Yeah.
Okay, she probably wouldn't take it to that level.
Yeah.
But she's got to now support me.
I know.
Because I did, but we never had a conversation about like
Right,
that.
that
it's
is tough.
That's the thing. You don't always have an opportunity to be like, hey, all right, come here, time
Can I
out.
talk to you for a
Come here
second?
We're
Yeah,
gonna do this.
yeah,
We're gonna do one.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So I think that my mom probably that day, while my dad was out on one of his isolation trips,
Right, okay.
just was like, fuck this kid,
Yes.
fuck you, and then
Yeah.
now he
He
can't.
has to.
He's got to go along with it.
And
So
that is what good parents do
Yes.
too. It's the team. It's a teamwork thing. We're raising you together. But he
yeah, it's
maybe
like the
disagree-
mafia. It's like I killed this guy,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
with me now.
Yeah. And it isn't worth, he may disagree with your mother's punishment, but it isn't worth it for his self-preservation to fight her over you.
Yeah, no.
And you're 8. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I love that you have the perspective now as a parent, because you still feel a little bit like, did you think your mom did the right thing?
No.
You don't.
No, but I think that look, I see a therapist. I
Yeah.
feel like we're all doing the best we can
Yeah.
with what we're given. My parents had 3 kids. They probably should only had 2.
Yep.
But it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday
Happy
again,
birthday.
Greg.
Hey,
Yep,
that's
the
for you.
youngest. There you are.
I like that he's also the one that is the most Catholic and isn't allowed to reproduce.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so they worked a lot, and they didn't have a lot of time to discipline. So
Yeah.
the quickest form, I think, was what they was
Yeah.
it's the easiest, but it's also the most effective in the shortest amount of time.
Yep.
Which is kind of what they had. I have a little more time
Yep.
in my life and a little more opportunity to be a better listener.
Yep.
So those are the things you kind of go, okay, I can.
Yeah.
But I don't blame.
Yeah.
I don't. My mom wasn't like Precious's mom. Like I was.
Yeah.
Like she
That's
wasn't just
really
like
nice to hear.
Yeah. She. I mean, it wasn't like she was trying to be. My mom was just trying to do the right thing, but
Yeah.
also at the risk of making everything look poor on the outside, she would never want that to be. Everything, we were in a box.
Well, and her parents, it sounds like she lost her father, but that generation was raised like there was no explanation. It was like, I'm the fucking dad, that's why, period.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, because I just listened to this thing on parenting that was like on NPR, and I couldn't change the channel or somehow, but today's parents explain more. Here, and this is a generalization, but it's like, hey, you're punished, and here's why.
Yep.
And this is the thing. My dad was raised with like, if he got punished, he may have just gotten hit. And then with
Yeah.
us, he did better than his dad.
Yeah. So
but,
you just
but his dad, but he was still like, I'm the dad. Go to your room. We'll get you out when it's time. No explanation.
Yeah.
And so we're all doing a little bit better. We hope.
Yes. And then look, I get frustrated and I lose my patience sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's just like because I said so. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
and you don't do enough explaining.
And it
but
is your house. It is your bedroom you paid for. It is your food. So you can kind of also do that, can't you?
Yeah. And there you do have to have. I hate Al's got that joke about leash babies, but you do have to have the ability at any point to go just to stop them.
Yeah.
Just because of sheer danger. Like,
Yeah.
I need to be able to
Yeah.
have some sort of whatever it is to be like fucking stop now.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a fear. I don't know if it's a fear, but like you have to be able to instill that
Yep.
pause button
Yep.
on them
What-
just
I
for
mean,
their own safety.
The first thing the first thing you're supposed to teach your dog
Mm-hmm.
is to stay.
Yeah.
to keep them out of trouble. It's the first command.
Yeah.
Don't fucking move.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hit by a car, whatever. Like I know I'm comparing children to dogs now.
That's exactly what I think about that.
Yeah. I'm smarter than you, and
Yeah.
you need to just listen to me right now.
If my son's like my oldest Jackson, if I just like Jackson, like if I do that,
Yeah.
that should be like, stop. Where's Dad? He wants me.
There was a tone there.
I've seen many parents like Jackson, or whatever,
Yeah.
Trevor, and they're just all over. They're never going to listen. And I don't want it to be like Jackson, like every time, like he's like
Yeah.
But I just want it to be. There has to be a certain tone or whatever that they're like, okay, hold on, what does Daddy
authoritative?
want? Yeah.
So they did sing you happy birthday.
Sang happy birthday.
You blew the candles out.
Blew the candles
And
out.
then what
cut the cake.
transpired after that?
And then everyone comes over, and
Yeah.
you just become like, I got to go back up to my room. What am I?
Well, that's what I was
Mandela?
wondering.
Am I going to sit there and try to, change the system from the inside again?
Well, you're already trying to change the medical system.
Yeah. So
now you're off the hook.
yes. Now it's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember? Was your mom sweet to you then? Was it just kind of like whatever? I mean,
After we were like, we never opened the presents while the people were there.
okay.
We did it after.
Do you remember this pretty vividly?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
It's considering how much pot I've smoked in my life.
Right. You've
It's
killed
amazing.
a lot of.
Yeah.
Well, we remember what we feel the strongest.
Sure.
So this affected you.
I remember opening the presents
Yeah.
downstairs after, and my mom's
Yeah.
like, "Isn't this nice?" And like the thank you notes, and we have to write a thank you note, everything,
Yep.
thank you notes. And she's like, "Didn't you
God,
have?"
this
we had
sounds like fucking Jan Costa, man.
Really?
Yes.
We had a wonderful birthday, didn't we? Great.
Yeah.
I know it started off a little bit rocky, but in the end, your friends and family all love you.
Jesus was crucified, but he did resurrect.
I know it started off a little bit rocky, but we all love each other,
Yeah.
right?
I love that.
And that's
Yeah.
the resolution.
Yeah.
That's
That's
there's no like,
forgiveness and
hey man,
Yeah.
let's talk about what happened earlier today.
Yeah. It's tough too because there's a lot going on a birthday, and most importantly, probably more important than your birthday, was getting the house ready for guests.
Yeah, and
because that's huge.
Yeah, and also, my mom was never.
Yeah.
I remember cleaning the baseboards for my dad's 40th birthday party.
What are the baseboards?
All right, so if those East Coast house, they have the things at the bottom that the heat comes out of.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
I was
yes.
on my sister and I on our knees, like at 7, 8 years old,
Yeah.
cleaning this for my dad's 40th birthday party, which is at our house.
Yeah.
She's screaming at us. This is a party that we're not even allowed to go to.
Yeah, you're cleaning.
You're upstairs in your room.
Yeah.
And a stripper came.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I remember
What?
like 20 years later being like, Dad told me, they had like his friends got him a stripper, like the police officer.
Aaron's saying, yeah, I remember, like he was at the party.
And I remember being like older and be like, wait, you fucking yelled at me and made me clean baseboards
For a dirty ass
and you had a stripper? Would you
That
care?
sounds like cool parents.
Dad's
Dad's friends.
Yes, Dad's friends, and you could tell like my mom she went along with it,
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
like, you do.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Have you had a stripper at your house now?
No.
Yeah.
No strippers in my house.
That is.
I turned 40 this year.
Oh wow! What are you gonna do?
We're in New York usually, and my brother, the priest, does.
Do you have a house there as well?
Yeah.
Is this all league money?
Yes.
Stand-up money?
League money.
Is it nice?
Yeah, I kind of like. I don't really do what I didn't like. I'm Leno, but like I live stand up
Yeah.
day, and
Yeah.
then like league stuff. Kind of we put it away and that
Great.
stuff. Yeah.
What's your advice for anyone, not just in entertainment, but who, you made a chunk of money in not a short period of time, but
7 years
over
yeah.
the course of your life, a short period of time.
Yeah.
How did you manage that? You just store it?
I don't have a money manager.
Okay.
I do it myself. I have an accountant,
Okay.
and I have like an investment person that helps
Yep.
me put money
Yep.
away.
Yep.
I do that myself too. I like to mess around with the stock market too.
Sure, it's
So I
not
have my
real
own-
money. It's just numbers on
So
there,
every
right?
year I put like a good amount away
Yep.
into my SEP IRA.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
put that away, and then
Yep.
that money is mine. I get to I buy a little more Apple, buy a little more Netflix,
Yep.
do it back
Yep.
and forth, move
Yep.
around.
But you
And-
can't. You're not going to touch that till you're 65 or whatever.
No, that's
the SEP.
That's Maui money.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay.
Retirement Maui. Kids pay. I paid for the kids' college.
Wow.
Yeah, debt. I try to I don't like debt.
Yeah.
I
No.
like
Fuck
a
that.
small nut every month.
Well, plus-
as small as possible.
Yeah, that's, I think, debt puts us in so much trouble because now you have to make career decisions for financial purposes.
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, I got to pay this fucking debt off. I got to take this job.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I'm excited about this job. Let's do it. When was the season renewal? When was the one that was like, well, that was a good chunk of money? Like 2 to 3, season
like
5
3
to 6 or
3 to
whatever?
4.
And that's when you're like, this is nice.
This is different. Yeah, because before
It's
that,
different.
it was less than like I would have made on network television.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they kind of wait to see if something is a success before they actually pay anybody, like real money, right?
Yeah, sort of. Especially because, well, it depends. In network television, you can, like those This Is Us guys.
Yeah.
Like in like a year or two, you'll see like, okay, we're all going to get together and
Yeah.
we'll talk about how much money they should pay us, and
Right,
we have
I
a
see.
very successful thing on our hands,
Yep.
and nobody wants this thing to stop.
So they'll kind of they'll leverage that to make a shitload of money.
We could have done that on the
Yeah.
league. We had 6 cast members that are really popular,
Yep.
and so. But
Yep.
we also knew that, like, we know, to be honest, like, FX is like, here's your budget every episode.
Yep.
Okay, and then this is what you guys get paid.
Yep.
And this is what goes into the production.
Yep.
And this is what we get paid for the commercials, because it's a basic cable television.
And this is it.
Like, what do you want? Like
Yeah.
3? If you want each one $1 million an episode.
Yeah.
That's more than what we pay like for the whole night of Thursday night program.
Right. So there's just less to work with, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that being said, you get to be on a television show that you are super proud of.
Correct.
That people that like it really, really like it.
Yep.
And also
And
the
proves
last
your-
couple of years, I paid handsomely for
Yeah.
what we did.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
And all of you have the capacity to tour. Right? I mean, maybe not everybody, but
Well, Mark and Katie don't do stand up,
yeah.
but they have like everyone's sort of what they do on the
Yep.
side, independent films or
Yep. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I go to a club or, and my name is always up, and then you see who's coming the next weekends, right?
Yeah,
And
the
it's always like,
the
I'm there
bathroom.
like Wednesday to Sunday, and then next week it's like, Steve Rannazzisi's here Friday and Saturday, no coupon, special ticket price. And I'm always like, it's great. But I'm at the point where it's like, oh, you got a coupon? Yeah, you could go fucking see Costa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is, one, a testament to your stand-up, but also the show was uber successful, and now that increases all your money and everything, right?
a little bit, yeah,
That's
absolutely,
fucking- That's great. So what's your advice for saving money? Just fucking do it? Keep your nut low?
I try to keep as small a nut as possible.
Yep.
And keep your overhead low, and just if you can, pay off debt.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like I'd
Debilitating.
love to be debt free. At
Does your
60
brother
and
does your brother give you shit for making money?
No.
No.
no,
'Cause-
he's like,
'cause-
one of us has to. I'm not. I'm like,
I
you
love-
just continue saving souls, and I'll just use your name on the guest list.
and I'll use your name to help my
If I need
kids
it.
get in the private school.
Look, I know I stopped believing in all this, but Rannazzisi, I don't know if
Is he still on there?
Rannazzisi.
Yeah.
There's a Greg Rannazzisi in there. If you can ask him to come out.
It's like, the friend that you don't really like, but they are throwing a sweet party. So it's
Yeah.
like, am I still on the guest list? Steve, what is a great birthday you've had? Just to put you on the spot. One that comes to mind.
My 21st birthday.
What happened?
My house.
Okay, where?
Same thing. Family. Everyone's
I
coming
put
over.
Mom in the bedroom, and I said,
Yeah,
you
I
stay
said
here.
that. I was all shit faced. Now you go to the room. And it was my friends came over. It was we had all drank before, but
Sure.
it's like
Sure.
we did keg stands.
I
My
love
dad
it.
did a keg stand.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then my uncle threw, who is now my wife.
Yep.
He
Your
just
uncle.
does-
Oh, you mean your uncle through your wife?
Uncle threw my wife into the pool because she was wearing a white T-shirt.
Oh, shit.
He's thinking that this is a girl that maybe we'll never see this girl again. Maybe 6 months. She's got
Yeah.
nice tits.
Yeah.
Throw her in the
Throw her
pool.
in the pool.
And she was mortified.
Oh, my God.
Mortified. And
That
my
is
mom was like, Uncle Vinny,
Yeah.
he's a real
It's always
piece of shit.
It's always an uncle, isn't it?
Yeah, Uncle Vinny's a real piece of shit, isn't he? I'm like, Mom, it's all right. She'll be fine. No, she's embarrassed.
Is Uncle Vinny still around?
Yep.
And your wife? That's great. And that is one of those stories you tell at a family reunion.
Yeah, like, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Thought you were just some.
Yeah, you guys were 21.
Oh, that's great. So many terrible 21s birthdays.
Yeah.
Just because drink too much, don't really know how to drink, not really an adult, even though you think you are. And that's great that was a good experience for everyone except for your future wife.
Is that what? Did people come on the show? Is it 21? Is like the
A lot. There's a lot of 21s that are bad. There's a lot of surprises that are bad. People don't really like surprises.
Really?
Yeah, like everyone always, significant others out there who's getting ready to throw a surprise, like, you got to be really fucking sure. Mm-hmm. You got to really, have you thrown a surprise party for anybody?
No.
Has it been done to you?
No, but I want it to be done to me.
I think we all want it, and I do think it would be fun to throw a surprise, but you just got to really, make sure the person you're doing it, like surprises, is prepared. I've told the story before. The best one I ever heard was a guy threw his wife a surprise party. They show up at a restaurant, surprise, a bunch of friends there, great meal, eating, laughing. Oh, thanks, love you, love you, love you. As they're driving home, oh, what a great night, love you, honey, thanks so much. Open the door, boom, bigger surprise party.
Oh, wow.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Just bang, and some of the same people from the dinner, are back at that. Like, isn't that great?
That is great.
That to me is like, so someday I'll have to pull
My
that
friend
off.
Todd, his dad was a big, huge personality.
Yeah.
And he used to go to a bar all the time after work. And he went to this bar one time and he was drinking and having a good time. And all of a sudden it was like 11 o'clock and he's like, oh shit, it's my wife's birthday.
Oh, fuck.
And he got everyone in the car from the bar and drove to the house, walks upstairs. She's sleeping, comes in, opens a surprise.
Oh, Jesus. That's an example of they may not be happy with that.
Oh.
Steve, where can everybody find all of your information, your stand-up specials, blah, blah, blah?
Well, SteveRannazzisi.com is the website.
Okay.
At Steve Rannazzisi on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
Just start putting it into Google and then
It does
finish the rest.
That's cool about your name.
Yes.
Steve, even R, it starts to just go.
Once you get RANN, two
Yeah,
N's,
then
then
you're-
it's like we're pretty good then. And everything's there.
What's the stand-up special? Do you have one? You just shot one, or
I did two. They're both on Comedy Central.
Okay.
Man-Child was the first one. Breaking Dad was the one that came out like a year and a half ago.
Okay, great. And how's your stand-up now? You feel like you've
Good. I mean, I have like a new 40 minutes.
Okay.
So
Good.
I don't know. I mean, I might do an hour. I might do a half hour.
What is the coaching the Little League baseball? Was that on the
That was
last
in the
one?
last one, yeah.
That's a funny bit.
Thanks.
And it's a true. You
Yeah.
coached Little League.
2 years ago, yeah.
Wow, was that a good experience?
Not then. Now
Yeah.
it's fun.
Now it's fun.
We went to like the other day, my son, we went to like, not tryouts, but like they
Yeah.
want to even the teams up. So they
Yeah.
have like a little, the coaches are there,
Skills
like
test.
skills
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
Yeah, they hit in front of people and then
Yeah.
they catch and
Yeah.
it's great. That's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
My dad coached my brother's AAU team, and we all just laugh about it now because some of the, he didn't know how to coach,
Yeah.
We're running the diamond press, and it's like, it was like, he didn't, no one knew what that was. But in Michigan, you would be good in Ann Arbor, and then you go to Detroit school and you'd lose by 55 points, and these like 12-year-old kids were dunking in warm up.
Yeah.
It's like, so
It's a whole different thing.
different thing. I want to thank you for sharing your worst birthday.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And that's it. Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.